And welcome to the Loot Drop. Today, let's talk cloud gaming. Netflix are opening a new studio in California focused on developing cloud-based games. Maybe all Netflix is hoping to achieve what Google tried to do with the Stadia. First, a quick refresher on cloud gaming. We're all familiar with non-cloud-based games. They run off local hardware, so think things like buying and downloading a game on the Xbox Marketplace or putting a disc in your PS5. If you want to play the latest games though, you do need to refresh your hardware pretty frequently. Cloud-based games run from remote servers instead of a local device and stream a video feed of whatever game you're playing via the internet. That's how you can play something like Forza Horizon 5 on your phone. All the intense computing and stuff is done on some server farm in a big air-conditioned room. A lot of the cloud-based game services are pitched as a console or PC replacement, and it makes sense. In theory, cloud gaming is supposed to be super efficient, easy, and accessible, as it doesn't require you to own the latest Xbox or a souped-up PC with the latest graphics card. You can play your favorite games from anywhere at any time. But the big hindrance to cloud-based games is the internet. You need a super speedy internet connection to stream all that data onto your device. Plus, you usually need peripherals like a controller and an active subscription to the cloud gaming service. I love that people who can't get their hands on the latest hardware can use cloud gaming to play the latest games. I love accessibility, but that assumes those players have access to high-speed internet, which can actually be harder to get than the latest hardware, especially for those who live in remote areas. There's also another catch. Let's say in this hypothetical cloud gaming world that you've got the fastest internet known to humankind, a 4K TV, a controller, and a mouse and keyboard. You've been playing your favorite game for a couple months and you're eager to finish it. You boot up your cloud gaming service to play your game and it's gone. Cloud gaming! Boot up my favorite game because I'm ready to finish it.
Nah, we got rid of it. Sorry.
Well, why?
We just wanted to get room for Gotham Knights! And you owe me $11, so I'm gonna need that.
Well, you didn't tell me when it was going to take off and like maybe a bit of full
The game?
Yeah.
Your game, your favorite game.
My favorite game. Everyone loves Tetris. Since all the games you play are hosted on these super powerful servers, you never really own them. It's really up to the service providers to determine which games stay up or get taken down. Actually, recently we've seen EA shut down the online service for Mirror's Edge and Red Alert 3, which lost leaderboards and online multiplayer. And look, the people weren't stoked. When Google announced they were shutting down Stadia, a bunch of players rightfully freaked out about their save games. There was no plan to transfer saves from games like Destiny 2 to other platforms. Luckily, there's a little bit of time before Stadia disappears, and devs like Bungie, Rockstar, and Ubisoft are working on a solution. But imagine if the service you subscribe to just disappeared overnight. But Netflix want to take their cloud gaming offering in a different direction. Netflix Vice President of Gaming Mike Verdu reckons Netflix's offering won't be pitched as a console replacement. Rather, it'll be a slow build to a more natural way to play games. Kind of like how streaming movies has replaced watching DVDs and Blu-rays. I guess Netflix are thinking, well, we got tons of Netflix subscribers streaming our movies, so let's just get them onto our games. But I still think the necessity of a strong internet connection is going to be a huge roadblock. And internet in Australia is spotty at best. According to Ookla, an internet speed measuring app, Australia's average speed is about 60 megabits per second, ranking our internet 56th in the world. The number one place? Singapore, with a whopping 242 megabits per second. That's 4 times faster than ours. I don't know about you, but I didn't get over 15 megabits per second in Sydney, one of Australia's biggest cities, until like 2 years ago. Xbox Cloud Streaming recommends a minimum of 20 megabits. Cloud gaming seems like a cool idea if you live in a country with excellent internet like Singapore, or Denmark, or Spain, or South Korea, or Hong Kong, or Liechtenstein, or France, or the US, or Romania, or Germany, or Japan. Oh, cloud gaming!
Hey man, not much.
So keen for you to actually work.
Yeah, me too. Did my back though, so don't work all the time.
Well, at least I'll be able to play my favorite games whenever and wherever I want.
Yeah, whenever or wherever. Accounting for a good internet connection, because if I don't have one, I do glitch a lot.
Well, at least I'll be able to play my favorite games whenever I want.
No, we got rid of your favorite game, remember? But Gotham Knights, we could play that. 2G, I can't play it right now. Sorry about that.
Oh, regular console, thank goodness, you're coming back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Why? We all agreed though that I was.
It's called offline play.
Yeah, I know, but I was the future. Like I'm the new. I'm the new. Okay.
Well, you're not the present, so get out.
Just feels like.
No reception?
Is it like a black spot here or something?
No, it's Australian internet. Remember how good it was to buy a new game from the shops, crack that bad boy open and inhale the heady scent of a fresh game manual? Game manuals used to be absolutely chonkers full of cool art, lore, maps and tips. But as time passed, manuals just got thinner and thinner until games pretty much stopped shipping with them. I bought the limited edition of Into the Breach on the Switch, and one of the major selling points was that it came with a manual. Look at this thing, it's so cool. And now with cloud gaming on the horizon, maybe game manuals will be gone forever. But fear not! Kirkland to the rescue! Kirkland, a game preservationist, has gone to the painstaking effort to scan every single PS2 game manual and upload them for free. According to Kotaku, it cost Kirkland over $40,000 to buy all the games and their manuals, which is so much money, not to mention the effort of scanning every single one. There are over 4,000 PS2 games and Kirkland has scanned around 2,600 of their manuals. On the one hand, I'm excited about future innovations in gaming, such as cloud-based tech, but I've also got a huge soft spot for preserving games past. How good is it to whip out the old Game Boy or DS and play an old game? You don't need to worry about connecting online or servers being down or anything like that. You can just sit there and stew in a big fat nostalgia marinade. So, thank you, Kirkland, for all your work in preserving the PS2 manuals. I looked up the Final Fantasy X manual and had such a good laugh. Some of the ads they included for the Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie are just so unreal. Like, the action is real, the actors are not. Like, you just don't get this stuff anymore. So check it out and baste yourself in a big fat nostalgia marinade.
Gross.
Now it's time for my favourite segment where we talk about news too small to elaborate on but too big to ignore. It's barely news. While Gotham Knights is locked at 30 FPS, God of War Ragnarok is able to play at 30 FPS at 4K and it has 120 FPS performance mode. And speaking of God of War, Sony showed off a bit of Ragnarok's combat in their Combat and Enemies Elevated Showcase and it looks so beefy. Each hit has this thunkiness to it. It reminds me of the first time I ever played with a Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack. So much beef. It's scary news. Fallout 4 is getting a free next-gen update in 2023. This will include performance mode features for higher FPS and 4K resolution support. See, Gotham Knight, even Fallout 4, it's barely news. Speaking of Fallout, Amazon Prime shared a sneak preview screenshot of their Fallout TV show. The only thing to glean from this is that the characters are wearing Vault 33 jumpsuits, and Vault 33 has never been explored in the game, so hopefully we'll see some exciting new Fallout lore. It's barely new. I swear they're not that dirty. I swear they're not that. COD Modern Warfare 2 single-player campaign requires a persistent online connection to play on PC. This means that if you're playing COD Modern Warfare 2 on PC and have a bad internet connection, or if the servers are down for maintenance, PC players won't be able to play the single-player campaign. Well, cloud-based gaming much?
Say it's barely news.
What?
It's barely news.
Say it.
It's barely news.
It's barely news. Dua Lipa. That's the loot drop. Coming out this week is It Takes Two on the Switch and Harvestella on PC and Switch. Now, if you're wondering why this isn't a spooky loot drop, it's because we're saving all our scary stuff for a spooky Halloween stream today at 5 p.m. So come by and check it out. We'll be chatting and playing some spooky games. Undead Harry. Undead Harry. Undead Harry. Undead Harry. Undead Harry. Undead! Re-undead Harry!
Alright, that's it.
Okay, that's it. Let's, I'm quitting. I'll quit.